Ladies and gentlemen, Hermitrons are go! Oh yes, and I got a question for you. Yes I do. Do you love the Hermitron game? I love it. I think it's fantastic. And do you know why I love it and I'm in such a good mood? Because we are about to complete a set of Hermitrons. How cool is that? So I logged on. I logged off here last time I recorded, logging on to go do some work, and then I thought, hang on a second. Other people have been playing the game since I last logged on, right? So I went over there to the trading chest, and what did I find me? I found myself tickles and popsicles, and now if you look over here, we can swap this fella for that one for this, and we have completed our first set of Hermitrons, which is amazing, and today is the day that Rendog comes around and sorts all this out. Also, he left me a sign saying no ender chests allowed. We're going to replace this. Hi. There we go. Can I have the sign, please? It went into my inventory because there was already one there. It's not like I wonder if he remembers what I said or what he said even. It's not like I'm going to cheat, Ren. We're having a little conversation here. Yeah, this is convenient for me to go. Oh, I need some items out of here or there, or I want to put away an ender chest, and that I've left in my inventory is from the trading chest. So we need to go and put that back. But yes, first set of Hermitrons complete, which makes me very happy, and today is the day that we collect some points. But in this episode, we're probably not going to play any more Hermitron for today. I am certainly hooked on this game, but we have other plans, and I need to head back to the Octavoid. I need to pick up supplies for building, and you'll see what we're going to get up to. Remember this old game, remember this project. I know, it's been a while. I'm classic. I love to start projects, get all inspired and then go do another one because ideas are always rolling through my mind. But it is time that we come back to the Hungry Hermits, and we are looking at this from over here, this angle. I haven't really seen it from over here much, and I think it's actually the best angle you can see this game from. So I'm really feeling like we need to do this side up first of all. And we made the game, we've done the technical stuff, it's time to do some landscaping and terraforming. I'm going to take a lesson and some inspiration from Scar over here. So I'm feeling like this little bit of space here needs to get filled in, and this path that sort of comes over to nowhere needs to be put to use. So this path is going to come inside our Hungry Hermits build, and it's going to go through to the side, it's going to meet up with this staircase and go out to the front there, which will be the entrance. Now I was thinking we might do away with that because it's kind of awkwardly close to where you walk around here, but the problem I'm learning is that the staircase we have mirrored on the other side is going to be a bit of a pain for people playing the flying game, because this is now sort of coming right out into where you would fly if you're going around the little hoops, and that game starts just over there where the tower is, by the way. So I think this staircase on this side is actually going to get torn out. We're going to rip it out, get rid of that little mess that we made down there, and we're just going to have the one on the other side. Have we ever done a talking time-lapse on this series? Yes, we probably have. This isn't a first, but it's been a long time. I can't even remember the last one we did. But what I'm trying to do here is emulate what Scar has built for the entrance to the Tangler. And so we started off with some rocky formations using slabs, andesite and stone. And then I decided I wanted to punch out all of the torches. So I decided to replace those with holes in the ground that have leaves in. And then I went underneath and put glowstone down there. And even though we lit it up, we got zombies invading. But the next step was to go around and replace a lot of the hardened clay with podzol and grass and dirt. And then after that I realised, wait a minute, something here is missing. What has Scar done? He's put down leaves, of course. So I went and threw a load of leaf blocks in and then grabbed a little bit of bone meal as well, just to throw in some grass, long grass. And I didn't put any flowers in there as well. But I think we have done a pretty good job. I think Scar himself could be fooled by this. You know, he could come over here just thinking this was something he did a while ago. The man has done so much terraforming on this server. He's probably covered a very large number of blocks in his time. It's impressive stuff. Anyway, as you can see, we've expanded the path out a little bit on the side with some grass. That's something I wanted to do. I wanted to make this wider. I want it to feel a little bit more accommodating. And then what I would also like to do is round the side here, give it a little bit of structure. In my mind, I am picturing some logs. I know I've got a wood chest somewhere. It's actually in my ender chest. And I'm picturing them coming up from within the hardened clay and creating like a support and maybe a little bit of an overhang as well. Yes, somewhere over here. I'm going to think this one through a little bit more, but just to give you an idea, you know, we could have a little pillar coming up here to the side, another one a few blocks forward, and then some blocks connecting them together. And I kind of want that to go from just that spot over there all the way over to the edge over there. Well, those pillars are kind of hitting up the right spots right now. That's going to end up looking pretty good. But you know me, I do get distracted quite a bit, don't I? And I've been distracted again. I've been looking over at this bit and thinking, this is kind of unfinished, and maybe I could try and finish what Scar has started here. I was thinking of putting down some stone underneath here, and actually to show you what I mean is just like Scar's done. Hey, why can't I jump, man? There's a leaf block above my head. Just like Scar's done over there, we could add some stone underneath the dirt, which I think will look really cool. But then I was thinking, there's kind of like a little room here, and I'm thinking what we can do is tear out this clay and turn this into a secret room. There could be a little bit of a mini path that just leaves up here, and there's a little way to creep into this area. But then I'm thinking, well, what do we put in the room? So I'll let you guys decide if you have ideas for what you can put in this secret little room that's going to be hidden away. Leave a comment down below. Let me know. I'll have a look at your ideas, and I'm sure we'll come up with something cool. Is that Scar enough for you? I think that's Scar enough for me. I am no master at what we're doing here. This is simply a poor man's impression of an artist's work, but I really like it. I'm inspired to do this, and it's looking real cool. One little problem though, look at this flat ridge here. That has got to go. That needs sorting out, and a few tweaks and changes around this area need to be done. Let's throw an ender pearl up onto our tree so we can see the ledge that we've created over here. This is actually not a great angle to look at the ledge, but I know what I want to do with the ledge. I would like to replace the slabs at the top. You see there's spruce, then there's dark oak, and then there's spruce again at the top. I feel like just a slight tweak there, and it will look a little bit nicer, but I am going to extend that all the way over into that gap and around the front here just a little bit, because we have a path, believe it or not, going up into where our secret area is. Now, I know that you knew about that, but where is it? Where's the entrance? Well, it's actually just right through that little gap. It's kind of hard to see, which is what we were going for, but then I've been thinking this could be a path, because when we come into here, this is pretty cool. I like the feel of this cave, you know, a cave to wander through in the mesa. And it kind of leads nowhere though. In that direction is the back of the llama rama, and then in this direction, where does this go, I was wondering? It sort of goes nowhere at all. Like, this is not a useful place for you unless you got some wings and you want to fly down to Ren's place. So I just don't know what to do with this tunnel at the moment. I believe I found a purpose for that little tunnel. It could come out somewhere around there, and if you look in front of where that giant llama face we built is, there is a path that leads down to it. So I feel like that would lead you round into this area, and that's a nice connection, because otherwise you've got to go down here, through there, and across this beautiful bridge. And actually there's a lot of very nice things to see in that direction. But anyway, let's focus on what's happening over here. So this front area, this side, I want to be the entrance to this game, and I want it to be a garden. I want to fill up this space all the way up to the path over here, and we're going to use up this side over here as well. So what I've been doing is just filling in the space around here. Again, trying to learn from my buddy Scar. I've been putting in some rock formations, putting dirt, coarse dirt and grass in the ground, and it's all starting to look real great. And I also gave the Tangler its own little path, because it didn't actually have much of an indication as to the actual entrance, although you can find your way to it, you know, but that's there now. And I took a step back and I thought, hang on a minute, I missed a step again, we need something else. And it makes a huge difference every time. It's always the leaves and the grass. So I need a few more of these, right? I'm going to grab some more bone meal and leaves and the like. But we'll chuck those down and I'll show you just how much of a difference it does make. And there it is, people, a world of difference, brought to us by leaves and grass. Who thought it could make a place look so pretty, right? Man, these guys are so annoying, setting me on fire, you know what I mean? It's looking gorgeous out the front here now, which means we can focus on the entrance of the Hungry Hermits game. However, the Hungry Hermits, because it's got 3 H's, we're going to work a little bit on that path. I'm actually really inspired. It's going to be very interesting to build like a cave path, you know, not something I've ever really done before. But before we shall do that, we're also going to head over to the Hermitron games and look at my inventory. It's an absolute mess. I probably should have tidied up before I decided to go over here, but it is a new day and I've had a chance to speak to Rendog and Iskal, and they informed me that actually I don't really understand what's going on here with the Hermitron games. It seems that I am a step behind everyone, so... Oh, okay, I saw something green and it made me panic. Hey, I can show you where I went wrong. Let's walk around to the other side. So when reading the rules, I read these bits here, and like a sucker, I didn't realise you're supposed to walk into this room and look at what's going on behind. And I believe there were 4 different shulker boxes with examples of how you collect points. And this is how I originally understood and both explained it as well. So if you've been watching my videos following along with this game, that is the dealio right there. There were some other ones where you could get I think it was like 2 points for sets of 3, which is what I've collected, and that is no longer the rules. So it changed from being just that to sets of 3, and now it's changed back again. And so therefore, I've come in here and I've changed around some of the things that we've got. So I've just picked out the rarest items again that I could get my hands on, because I had nothing and I had to pick things out of the trading chest in the middle. And apparently Tango has 5 mythics, so Tango is someone we might want to speak to and talk about doing a trade, although I doubt I've got too much to offer. But the other hermits have been playing, so I think I'm just going to have a look through this chest and see if there's anything in here that can help us make a set. Look at this fancy Hermitron right here, the Explorer. I love that map right there. What on earth is that a map of? It looks like lava lakes and a lava ocean. Maybe it's from the Nether, who knows? But this one is from a set that I have 3 pieces from. I have the 2 rares, which means getting the commons and the uncommons shouldn't be too difficult. So I'm going to hit Tango up with a message, and I'm hoping the 2 of us can make a deal. So this is seriously cool. I'm loving it. You can see there's some weird like blocks caught underground that are glitching out, but ignore that for now. So a little path heads up here across the field, and then, oh, what's this over here? A cave entrance, and I've transformed the entire inside. It is looking pretty cool. When I say entire inside, I mean not this sort of stuff, but the floor at least, and some little rocky formations that tie up. So this area is quite big and open. Then it gets a little bit narrow, and then the area I like the most is this bit here, because I threw in some wood. Now when you approach from this side, you actually see that gap quite easily. Get out of here, you. This tunnel ain't for you. What I was going to say is when you come in from this side, and I love this entrance as well, you might just walk straight past it and not realise there's a little room. So we want to put something secretive and cool in here. And let's walk through this thing from the other angle just so you can get a sense of it. And I love this. I love that there's this little path leading you over to the other area. It's really cool to have something unique like that. But now we have sort of done a lot of things around the main entrance, and the entrance itself is what I wanted to do. Hey, there's the music. And there's something else we desperately need to do here as well. Look at the walls down the bottom. They're really bland and plain. And up the top there I put in some stairs, so there's little gaps. There's also cracked bricks and mossy bricks as well, and we don't have any of that down the bottom there, and I think that looks kind of ugly. And let's get some boost and then dip back down. Wow, the view from up here, absolutely lovely. In fact, we need to take a look at what we've just built from up in the sky. So let's turn around, let's get a good old look on our left here. Yeah, that's looking gorgeous. And then this wall right here, just a little bit too... There are a lot of blocks in this game, and when it comes to building in smaller spaces, it can be pretty tricky to come up with some original and impressive stuff. So what we're going to do here is create a little pathway between the two, and that should probably be something quite simple. Now, because I've gone round and done all of this here down there, it looks a little bit better, as you can see. I know it's dark. And then on the inside here, we're going to make use of that as well, as I think what we're going to do is have these andesite pillars going along like so. And hi, we're being invaded by spiders now. I mean, you can't get away from mobs in this game. It drives me mad sometimes. I wonder how he's got in here, actually. Is he spawned in here, or has he probably come over the wall at the top? But anyway, distractions aside, we're going to make use of that so we can have a little bit of depth in this corridor. Then we can put some blocks over on this side. I'm thinking we'll dig away the space at the bottom here, and that's where our light sources will go. And then the floor is probably going to be made out of slabs like this. Very plain, very simple. I'm not sure if I want to do too much more to it. And when it comes to the ceiling, I'm in half a mind to sort of drag the coarse dirt over so you can see the little bits of it, and maybe use some wood in here as well, but then we might be overcomplicating things, and that is a little bit low down as well. Maybe we can put the andesite at that level and just put coarse dirt all over the top. And hey, actually, then an idea, what we could do is have this like a beam going across the side. Maybe that would look nice. I think that wouldn't look so bad. In fact, yes, I reckon that's probably what we're going to go with. I think we got this one in the bag. This is looking real good, and I'm just lining up some of the blocks around here at the entrance so we can keep things nice and consistent. And then we'll enclose a lot of this going up into this area as well. We'll get to keep the staircase exactly where it is at the moment, which is pretty cool. And you can see it's kind of a little bit close here, but it's not terrible, is it? So I think that works. And now we have ourselves a very clean and simple tunnel. Now, why was the word colour in my mind there? You know what? When I mess up like that, I used to cut it out, and now I'm just going to keep it in for your amusement. This bit here looks a little bit odd, doesn't it? maybe I should do what I've done there. Yeah, I should actually definitely change that over. So we get rid of that. We have the wood going a little bit further and just have one pillar in the corner. Yep, definitely looks nicer. And then the entrance here, real simple, just got some slab steps. And yeah, nothing too complicated. I was going to wait for this to grow to grass and then change it to the path block. I think what I actually might do is just put slabs at that height as well. We've got 4 more. Let's just see what that looks like. I think that's actually going to be better. That's the way we're going to do it right there. Very nice. Now it leaves us with 2 more things to do. The garden that I want to build at the front here, which is going to be quite a big build, and the interiors. And right now I just can't make up my mind which bit it is I want to do next. So what do you think about having a tower coming out of this building? Nothing terribly tall, but just a little something in the middle. When you see it from down at this angle, it's actually quite fine. It's when you're flying around in the sky that it becomes apparently flat. I'm talking about the top of it. Here is what we've done here. I've decided to go for a kind of open room feel. And lighting is a little bit off. I've had to throw down a couple of torches. And I thought I had a smart idea. If we look in this direction, you can see like little particle effects. And that's because I've whacked loads of torches on the other side to kind of bring light into this space without doing anything obvious. What I do want to do right now, though, is actually just craft up some fishing rods. Do I remember how it's done? It's like that, isn't it? No, 1 stick at the top. There we go. And I'm just going to whack loads of those into that chest. At least that's the plan. And they are the supplies for the game. Now, I'm going to end up playing this with other hermits, so I'm not going to make a big rule board. We've got our instructions for what's going on here, and we've got our chest with fishing rods in. In fact, I'll finish filling that up in a moment. I think the only other thing to do, really, is to throw down some carpet, and how far out it's going to come, I'm not sure. Maybe just like that? Yeah, I'll fill in all of this space. And that'll be just fine, man. I can hear zombies wherever I go around in this place. You can always hear them moaning. I don't know where, though, because that area down below has been lit up really well. But I can always hear them groaning. Oh, it is annoying. Anyway, that's going to be what this area here looks like. Nothing fancy. So going to the outside area, I've got some ideas planned for this area. I want to make it nice and gorgeous. But I also want to segment it. No, that's not the right word. Segregate, maybe? I don't know what my brain's trying to come up with right now, but I want to create like a separation where at the front here there is like just a regular sort of garden. I say regular, I want to use some of this stuff, this powdered concrete, and also some grey hardened clay as well. Basically, I want to do what Scar did round the other side, except use some of my own blocks and get a bit of a different feel going on down the front here. Anyway, I was thinking that this achacha wood has sort of set the tone a little bit along with the spruce, and maybe what we can do is turn this into a fence. So every few blocks there's some acacia wood like that, and then also there is, you know, fences between them. I can tell already this is just going to look great, because I've been thinking about this like it's an entrance to a ride at a theme park, right? And I want to put some gardens and what'll sort of look like a queuing area, although I think it'd be a bit weird to make a proper queue, if you know what I mean, because there isn't that many hermits for a queue, and I don't think they're all lining up to play at once. It's not that kind of deal going on here. But the high fence, as it is at the moment, just makes it feel like there's something much more interesting going on inside of there, right? So this has also created that separation that I'm talking about. We will have a regular path lead up to this, which is going to be the entrance. All around it, we're just going to have our own sort of biome enhancement, I guess you could say, with some of that powdered concrete like I talked about, and a few other blocks as well. And then when you go inside, we're going to transform this area. It's not quite as big as I thought it would be, but it will be fun. We'll put in some lush gardens. There'll be a very nice checkered path or something like that leading you around to the entrance. I think the only thing I've really got to be concerned about is this. I don't want to dig down into the ground too much or anything like that. This is looking strange already. I know what you're thinking. I'm thinking, X, this ain't your strong point, man. I'll tell you, you ain't gonna learn unless you try, right? And I've got to say, I feel like these 3, or maybe those 4 together work really well. The biggest problem I'm seeing at the moment is that there's no way to add height and depth to this without using full blocks, which might not actually be a bad thing at all, but usually what we do is use slabs to break this stuff off a little bit, right? Also, I don't know what kind of light source to put in there, as I don't really feel like I want to put bushes in, so I feel like I'm making a bit of a muddy wasteland, and maybe I should consider putting in some bushes. You know, spruce will look a little bit different from what we've done over there. Now we've got a butt kicker on the case who's shooting me from a mile away. That's right, burn to death. Burn to death slowly. Yeah, so, hey, wait a minute. We do have, I'm even using slabs right now that are brown. They're the spruce ones, although initially I thought, they look kind of ugly. Maybe if we step it up a little bit and put some of these around them. So let's just wander over here, you know, and then have a few of those blocks nearby. It might not look so bad. Let's see if we can play around with making it go a little bit higher. Now, I thought I put spruce in my inventory. Apparently I haven't. You know, it's very flat, and a few slabs on their own don't really make a lot of sense. This stuff over here looking far better. We'll definitely extend that and have some contours here and then wrap it round into that corner, something like that little blob over there. Just trying to make this more interesting, you know. I know it's a space that does nothing, but I feel like it adds a lot when you're walking around this server and there's things to look at. So next to a structure, actually, that's pretty good. Let's throw a few into those. Well, there's actually only one gap on that bit, like that there. Sort of continues where that's going. This chest will get moved, but for now we're going to hide it away. And can we get away with throwing in random blocks here and there? Probably not. And then as for light sources, I'm going to guess the same problem. That's not terrible. That's not terrible. I thought it would look worse. We need more blocks in this game. We need more lighting sources. We need slabs of different colours. And we can do so much more with them if we had it. Right now, I'm going to stop doing this because I feel like I need to take a step back, take this in, maybe ask for some advice from Scar or something like that because, I don't know, it's not quite coming off quite as nice as I would hoped it would have done. Ladies and gentlemen, I interrupt this episode to bring you a trade. Hello, Tango.
Dun, dun, dun. How you doing, X?
I'm doing great because we're about to do a trade. And I got a little,
this is mutually beneficial. Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, it is beneficial for both of us, but I've got a little story for you. I started today, or this episode, thinking that the three of each rule was still in effect, right?
No, yeah, that's long gone.
So I thought I had a set, then I found out I didn't, and now it seems that I might have a set because we're going to do a good old trade, right?
Okay. Yes, I'm excited about this. So you want to lay it out here?
I can do. I have two items that you want, and you've got one that I want. So over here, set number 14, I got 2 rares of those, and I'm trying to get set 12.
This worked out so well. I was like, you asked me for the 12. I have the 12 mythic. Yeah. And I have a bunch of other mythics that, you know, one's going to Falls, one's going to Scar, maybe. You get the 12. So I'm left with the 14, but I haven't seen anyone with any 14s. And then you just happen to have both of the rare 14s. So this works out perfectly. So let's head over into my castle here of darkness and destruction.
Yeah, absolutely amazing, by the way.
Thank you. I appreciate it. I'm having problems with the redstone staying in stink.
I know.
Like sometimes I go down here and the lighting gets
tea. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Also, this probably isn't made for 2 players, so...
No, it's probably not.
Should I stand up here?
Yeah, I'll be right out in a second. Alright, so you want the 12.
That's correct. I was about to say 14, so I'm glad you...
No, I'm taking it. Alright. Do you know how to get out of here?
Yeah. There's a button. It took me a long time to find the first time. I actually resorted to breaking... I'm stuck.
Face being crushed.
I was actually stuck inside the wall for a second there.
Yeah, when Ren went in there, he was stuck forever. He couldn't figure it out. I need to hook the door up. I need to hook the door up to when you get popped out, just have the door open automatically. But anyway,
that would be cool. Yeah.
I hold what you covet.
Oh yes. Okay. So here's your 2. Aren't we supposed to use a chest to do this or something silly?
I don't know. Maybe we can put it in the chest, but no one's around, so.
No one's around to see. Don't place the items on the ground, because then they lose their properties. Here you go.
What? Oh, really?
There's some clickbait for you there. You can put that in your thumbnail.
Oh, I love clickbait. My channel could use them.
This one's the map, isn't it? Yeah. Excellent. Sweet.
Excellent. All right. This works out great. Fantastic.
It does, for both of us. I appreciate that ever so much. I'm going to have a rummage through that chest now and look for the rest of my set. Yeah, I believe the rest of your set is in there as well, so good luck to you.
Excellent. All right, X, thanks for the trade.
Can you keep a secret? Can you keep a secret? You're not allowed to go over to Tango's videos and comment on them and tell him about this, but those rares that I traded with him, I literally swapped out of the trading chest moments before we met up. He told me which mythics he had, and then I went and traded some useful items there. But I also noticed that I think he's going to get the rest of his set out of there, and I believe that we are about to complete our first set, which is kind of amazing. So we have this one from set 12, we have this one down here, and that one, so we need another 5, and I've picked out more than 5 as you can see, but we already had this one and that one, which is something that I realised. And I believe that leaves us with 5. Wasn't that exactly what I just said? Okay, for a second there I thought that Rendog had printed more of these than were actually needed, but I didn't realise that we had this uncommon one right here. So if that made any sense to you, well done, you're a smart person. If it didn't make any sense to you, you're probably smart too, because that was terribly explained. But these are the items that need to go up on the wall, right? Not you, you're from set 1. And that means that we have completed a set. I'm not really too fussy about putting the rares at the top or in any kind of order, but now everything on that wall is unique, and they're all from set 12, which means that we completed our first set of Hermitrons. I'm feeling very proud right now. What do you guys think? I think we did good. Man, we're making some points, and I'm really loving this game. So I've headed back over here to see where we can go with this, and I gotta say, I'm just not feeling it. Decided to throw down a load of spruce over here because I ripped out that darker clay and those spruce logs as well. I really wasn't feeling that. Something's missing here, and I'm pretty sure you guys might know what it is. Maybe it's some rocky formations in the middle. I don't know, but I wanted to try and break away from what Scar's done, and I haven't succeeded. Jeez, I'm just an imitator really, aren't I? And I've decided that we shall save this one for another day. There are other things that I want to do, and I've kind of run out of time for this episode, but it has been a success because we got our first set of Hermitrons, which is fantastic. And peeps, if you have enjoyed this episode, please do leave a like on the video. As always, thank you so much for your support, and I will see you in the next one, and we're going to end it like this. Ciao for now. Bye-bye.